Today is one of those days where we are trying to come to terms with what has happened, because a lot of conversation has happened around this by-election. People are chest thumping, saying, "This is my region, you will see." Others were saying, "We'll meet on the ground, I'm the deputy president, I'll show you dust." So all the camps were trying to employ their various campaign mechanisms to try and woo the voter. But what do you think largely influenced yesterday's outcome? Because we saw the UDA fraternity invest heavily. Figures keep staggering, but if you are to work with around 500 million, and given the numbers they got, around 5,000, that would mean a vote was going for 100,000. But they did not get to win. You know, it's a dismal performance, losing by about 83%. That is, quite a dismal performance. The same goes for Jubilee. You would say we had around 144 polling centers. Yeah. Your candidate garnered around 198
yes.
votes. So it asks, when you look at all that investment, but what would you say largely influenced the outcome?
In my political science class, my good lecturer, current MP for Elgeyo, Mr. Kimayo, my good friend, always could remind us that sometimes we win by losing. According to you, or according to many people, the eyes of, if you look at it barely, you could just see because they just wanted to win and become the MP and all that. But for us, as UDA, I could tell you that we won that election by losing.
How? Could you expound on that?
Yeah. Oh, good. This is what I mean. Look at the previous by-elections. As Kenya Kwanza, or as broad-based, we have been winning almost 7 out of 8 by-elections. We have the results. Right. So that's why I disputed the statement that this election was not a litmus or whatever, to test. Or all that. Because we have been having by-elections, and these by-elections, 80% as Kenya Kwanza or broad-based, we won that. So if at all the by-elections were litmus test, then we are headed the right way. Then, if we are using the by-elections to test the waters, whether people are supporting the government or 2-term or 1-term, then I could boldly and say that the people are supporting 2-term. Because this is the first time DCP, I think the first, apart from some MCA seat they got somewhere, this is the second time that they are winning that. So this is how we won by losing. If we could have won yesterday, you can confirm with me that we could have dismantled the opposition. Totally. They will not have any say. What will they say? I mean, they have tried, they have been losing. But again, they have won. Now, at least we have elevated them.
So how is
not
it
to
a
our
win?
class?
How is it a win for you?
At least now we can talk when it comes to opposition. We can say now we can compete with them. Because we cannot just be competing with the losers. If they can lose in MCA, in MP, in Senator, now how can they compete in presidential election? So now at least they have won for the MP one. And now it's 1-1 from Mbuthia North in Mount Kenya now, when we limit it to Mount Kenya. We won in Mbuthia North. At least they have won in Olkalau. Now we are
that's what you classify to be
as
a win.
For us, it's a win.
But then back to the question, what do you think largely influenced yesterday's outcome?
From history, of course, we always go back to history for us to tell the future or the current and all that. We cannot assume history. My good friend here and my leader in coming Kiambu's finest women rep has reminded us what happened in 1995 in Kipipiri. I mean, this is a background for the 1-term people, the opposition. So we could not underestimate them, just like we had that wisdom from Libya. We could not underestimate them. So what really mattered there, I could say that these people, they knew what they wanted already. So even if we could do whatever we could do, they could still vote for the person they want. And that's what we are encouraging as a government or as a patriotic citizen. As we go to the election in 2027, we know who we are going to vote. We will not be influenced, whether by money, incentives, or anything.